Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Is to the original Xbox, if you remember these, that they fit on top of those old Xboxes, the original types. They call them the fat models. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hard drive out of this caddy and put it in this Xbox Slim model. Now, I am aware that there is a hack that you can do on these Western Digital drives, especially with those serial numbers like the BEVT and such, but I'm going to save that for a different video. So you're going to need a torque set screwdriver. Let me get those right here. Let me see which Torx it is. I believe it's a 2. Now, what this bypasses is there's no hack necessary, because in this is an original. Yes, it's a Torx. Nope. Let me see. Anyways, what this does, this will bypass you needing to hack the hard drive, because this is an original Xbox 360 hard drive, so the partitions and everything is all ready to go, so you won't have to hook it to a computer or anything of that nature. Yeah, yes, it is a Torx 2. As you can see, taking it apart right now. Move that little guy up there so you guys can see that there is 1, 2, 3 so far, and I don't know if there's any screws underneath these stickers, but we're gonna find out. There's screw number 2. Now, be especially careful if you're going to reuse this caddy, which I'm not, but I'm still going to be careful, just in case you are. If I remember correctly, I've done these before quite a long time ago, that there's some sort of spring where this button is. Let me see how this comes off. Looks like there's a screw underneath here, so we're going to check for that. It's probably right under the Microsoft sticker, because they like to know if you've been inside these. And that would be the best place to put one. And what do you know, if you guys can see that up close, there's a screw right there, right under that Microsoft sticker. So there are 4 screws all together, looks like. Put those 4 screws there, and then this should just lift right off. And so did that button. Now, this button, you want to be extra careful and not to lose in case it needs to go back on. Because if you're going to be reusing this caddy, and see, it just sits on there like so, that button, you don't want to lose it if you're going to reuse the caddy. I just wanted to tell you that. Then you'll see underneath there is this cage, and it looks like there are 4 screws underneath here. It looks like it takes a little bigger Torx, maybe, let's see what size, maybe an 8, looks like Torx 8. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and take that off. Those are on there pretty tight. Here goes one. There's the first one. Lay that over there. Lay that over there. Now, see, a couple years ago, it would have been wiser for me to hack the other hard drive with the scripting tools that's online, because these hard drives, the Xbox hard drives, used to cost a lot of money, the 360, but now that it's the year 2019, people are getting rid of these drives. Like, you can find them about anywhere online, pawn shops, flea markets, and you know, they're actually, I got this drive for $10. So, you know, it's no longer, you know, a lot more cheaper or a lot more effective to, you know, hack the Western Digital drives. It just saves you time. Now, as you can see, looks like the hard drive's in there like so. You just pull the SATA adapter up, and you just pull this up just a little bit, enough to clear the case, and it slides out again. I'll put it back in the case, my other hand, so if you can't see how it comes out, I don't want to do no magic tricks here, guys. I want you guys to know how to do this. See, there it is in the back. It just slides. You just push up, just slides out, and then you can lay that case to the side. So in the end, what we have is a SATA laptop hard drive that's going to go right into the Xbox 360. A little bit of dust on the bottom. You can clean that off with alcohol pads or your hand like I'm using, just blowing the dust off. Laying all the parts to that original caddy over to the side. I'm not going to be using it no more. Now we go to this guy, the Xbox 360 Slim. See, there's 2 sides to it. There's the left, and then there's the right side. Usually on the right side, if you look really close, you can see this little tab right here. What you want to do is kind of put your a screwdriver, if you don't have any like fingernails or thumbnails at all, and you push it in and you just pull it up. Push it in and pull it up, and that reveals where the hard drive goes. If I can get the lighting just right, you can look down in there and see where the connector is. Anyways, what you want to do, you want to take the end of this connector. Now usually, here's what I want to tell you. You can still order these plastic cases that will line it up perfectly off eBay, like a generic case, for around $5. But I'm not really going to put a lot of money into this, so I'm just going to do it like a lot of people do. I'm going to put this in here. Now usually there is a tab. Hold on one second and I'll show you. Okay, now here's what I was going to show you. Usually there's a tab on those cases that you can pull these drives back out. Now what I'm going to use is some regular Scotch tape, and I'm going to put it over the top of the hard drive like so. And I'm going to make it where there's a little tab right here. See how that is? On both sides. So if I want to pull it back out, I can. Now make sure you line up the connector, with inside of the Xbox. And that's what I'm doing here. And when you do line it up, you'll want to put something that will hold it into place. Let me see if I can find something real quick in my handy dandy junk drawer. Let's see what I have here. Actually, I'm going to pull this back out, and that will test to see if this works. Ah, yes, it does. What I have here is these little sticky styrofoam stickers, if you can see them. I have these where I take apart electronics all the time, but I mean, it doesn't even have to be anything like that. I mean, it can be anything, guys. I mean, I've seen people use wristbands, styrofoam, you know, just about anything. Well, there's what my drive looks like, guys. If you guys can get a kind of a close-up of it. And then I'm going to make sure that it hooks when you're putting it in there. You want to make sure it hooks on there just right until you feel it kind of click. And then the new tab, you just fold it over so you can close that drawer back, and then you just put this right back on there, and voila. And then, you know, like I said, I don't think when the Slim hit, I'm pretty sure that these just came with like a 250 gig hard drive, but you can use any Xbox storage hard drive. I believe they came in 60, 120, 320, 500, and also the smallest I think is 20 gigabytes. But that is how you tear down a original Xbox 360 hard drive caddy, and you convert it over to fit in an Xbox 360 Slim. If you guys have any comments or questions, just leave it in the comment box below. I hope this video helps somebody. If you like my channel, subscribe, and don't forget to smash the like button.